a legend caught between two timelines. On one side, the last roar of combustion. On the other, the next generation of electric domination. The Porsche Macan's journey has twisted, evolved, and rebelled. The first generation, combustion-powered Macan, still alive. Still rolling off the line, but with the countdown activated toward its execution after 2026. Because Porsche is no longer playing safe. The brand is reshaping destiny. The electric second generation is already here for 2025, silent, sharp, and future-coded. But here is the plot twist. The age of fire is not dead. Porsche confirms a brand new combustion successor in 2028. It might carry a different name, but it will carry the same hunger for domination. So right now, this exact moment, buyers stand at a crossroads between two worlds. One driven by gasoline, one driven by electrons. And into this battlefield enters the Macan EV GTS, a new rebel in the electric arena. GTS DNA, dual motor muscle, premium performance with zero emissions. So the question stands tall like a verdict. Can the V6 GTS continue to conquer in a world being rewritten by electricity? Or will the future-forward EV GTS walk in and claim the throne? Power versus progress. Emotion versus evolution. Roar versus silence. Two eras, one badge, only one can rule. Welcome to the showdown. This is Gear Pulse Insight. Step inside, lock in, and let's begin the drive. Look closer, and you begin to see the poetry of design evolution. At first glance, the gas-powered Macan GTS and the electric Macan GTS may feel like siblings cut from the same silhouette. But the deeper the eye travels, the more their identities drift apart. Because the electric GTS is not just the combustion version with batteries. It is a separate character, sculpted with its own purpose, its own minimalistic philosophy, its own visual language. In the combustion model, the headlights soften into a teardrop form, organic, expressive, classic Porsche. But the electric GTS sharpens the gaze. The lamps narrow into precise, angular signatures closer to the Taycan. A new generation of Porsche DNA, lit by electricity. And the changes don't stop there. The gasoline GTS wears a conventional fascia, a traditional grille, a face we've known and trusted. The electric GTS, futuristic, clean, aerodynamic, pure surface, pure intention. It borrows the quiet confidence of the Macan EV family, the base, the turbo, and then evolves it. On the sides, both models share the iconic black side blades. But on the traditional GTS, you can choose gloss black, body color, or even carbon fiber. On the electric GTS, gloss black stands standard with body color and carbon fiber available if you desire. And in the rear, the separation continues. The gas version gives you a larger rear window with tail lamps linked by a narrow light strip. The electric model widens that connection with a single, unified band of light stretching across the back, signaling the future. Because this is not just a comparison of two cars, it is a comparison of eras. The decisive, defining divergence between these two warriors, who stand almost identical in every other battlefield parameter, is the beating force inside their chests, the powertrain. The combustion-powered contender arrives armed with a 2.9-liter, twin-turbocharged, V6 internal combustion engine, a mechanical heart that generates 434 horsepower. This V6 is married to a 7-speed, dual-clutch, automatic transmission, a union of gears and lightning precision. This combustion GTS is a machine purpose-built for drivers who crave athletic sharpness and real-world usability, but refuse to surrender the primal roar of internal combustion. 0 to 60 miles per hour is conquered in just 3.7 seconds, a level of acceleration that, in the not-so-distant past, belongs strictly to pure exotic sports cars, not to utility vehicles. Meanwhile, the electric Macan GTS steps forward through the smoke with a dual-motor formation, a front unit and a rear motor that was borrowed directly from its own high-voltage sibling, the Macan Turbo Electric. In normal warfare, this electric system unleashes a total of 509 horsepower and 704 pound-feet of torque. But when the overboost function is armed in specific driving modes, power spikes to an extreme peak of 563 horsepower. In the electric hierarchy, this places the GTS perfectly between the Macan Electric 4S, which stands at 509 horsepower, and the Macan Electric Turbo, which stands at 630 horsepower. With this electric brutality, the GTS demolishes 0 to 60 miles per hour in as little as 3.6 seconds, 1/10 of a second faster than the gas-powered rival. Fuel is not a priority for the V6-powered iteration. Exact fuel economy numbers for the 2026 combustion GTS are still undisclosed, but the 2025 model delivered 17 miles per gallon inside the city and 22 miles per gallon during highway conditions. The electric version faces a different battlefield metric, range, and here, the Macan Electric GTS answers with silent dominance, achieving 364 miles on a single charge. Recently, the legacy of the Porsche Macan has undergone a dramatic evolution cycle. The first-generation internal combustion Macan, still alive and still being produced, will be terminated after the year 2026, as Porsche shifts control to the new electric second generation introduced for the model year 2025. But the combustion bloodline is not dead. Porsche has already confirmed one more return. A replacement combustion SUV will arrive in the year 2028 under a different name badge. So right now, in this unusual moment in automotive history, buyers stand inside a split timeline. Two brand new Macans, one wrapped in the old world flame of gasoline, one forged inside the next era of electrification, and now the GTS badge exists on both sides. So which path will rise? The future-proof electric powertrain, or the V6 combustion machine that refuses to die in this rapidly electrifying world? And now, at the end of this journey, one truth becomes crystal clear. The gas-powered Macan Gran Turismo Sport rises inside its cabin with a level of luxury that stands above the rest of its own lineup. We are speaking about authentic aluminum trim, heated front seats, and full-grain leather upholstery sculpted with the discipline of a supercar interior designer. This is a cockpit that balances style and practicality with surgical precision, enough passenger and cargo space to move an entire family with absolute confidence. The technology inside is not just modern, it is intelligent. Apple CarPlay connection is standard. Wireless charging is standard. Multiple charging ports everywhere, so every passenger's device stays alive, even while you are traveling at high speed. And if you choose to sharpen this sound experience even deeper, you can go beyond with a 14-speaker Bose audio system or a 16-speaker Burmester reference-grade instrument of music engineering. On the other side, the fully electric Macan Gran Turismo Sport enters this battlefield with the same leather and Racetex interior options. Racetex, meaning the vegan synthetic suede material engineered to feel richer than traditional Alcantara. And yes, just like the combustion engine version, you can even choose a full leather interior package or full Racetex interior package. So in the end, it comes down to one choice, one final decision between two worlds. Do you choose the combustion-powered soul, the one that burns, roars, and delivers power the old way from point A to point B with fuel, fire, and nostalgia? Because listen to this carefully. This year could be the final chapter where you can actually buy a V6 engine Macan Gran Turismo Sport ever again before the unnamed internal combustion engine Macan successor arrives. Meaning this is not just a car purchase. This is the last moment of a dying era. And that can be both a blessing or a warning. Because the combustion Macan has not been heavily updated since 2021. But the electric Macan is fresh, it is young, it is modern, it is loaded with the latest intelligent technology and is ready to move your family with far lower running costs, yet unleash sports car style performance on demand. So ask yourself, if you are that V6 enthusiast who wants to capture the last fire-breathing Macan before it vanishes forever, the choice is right there in front of you. But if your hunger is for style, for modern technology, for future-proof efficiency, combined with performance that shocks people who still believe electric cars are slow, then the all-new electric Macan is the warrior that carries you forward. This is the crossroads of history, the end of one era, the beginning of another. Which side do you choose? This is GearPulse Insight. If you want more cinematic automotive storytelling like this, full of power, truth, and the real heartbeat of machines, then hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and join the movement. Because the future of the car world is being written right now.